England lost 1-0 to Iceland because 1-0 because there have been 10 prior winners of the Euro competition. England were always meant to enter the tournament with 58 wins for manager Gareth Southgate, and England has 58 total points in the table all time. It is because England are going to look to win their next trophy 58 years after 1966. So he had to land at 58 before the start of the tournament. Jude Bellingham plays for Real Madrid Club de Football. So, and as I have said before in the first video, the next Euro final is going to be played 3 years and 3 days later over at the country, or at the city of Berlin. Gareth Southgate, the manager of England, is born at the city of Watford. It is Watford that is gematria of 33, and Harry Kane now plays for Bayern Munich. He lives at Munich. Munchen, Munich in German, is gematria of 33. The first win of the Euros for England is going to be Gareth Southgate's 131st win of his managerial career. 131 in gematria is championship. So that's Southgate's significance. A championship in the reverse reduction is also gematria 58, so we need to pay attention to reverse reduction as well. A championship, England can win 58 years later. They go 57 years in between without a title. It's England, that's gematria 56. So that's 67 to 1970, that's 4 years, and then the 50, and then the 2021 and 22 and 23. So that's how you get 57 years in between 1966 and 2024. England in the reverse reduction is gematria 33. So in singular gematria, A is 1 and I is 9, and then it continues. J is 1 all the way to R is 9. In reduction instead, it is I that's 1 and A that's 9. So it's basically the reverse. And A would be 26 and Z would be 1. That is what is referred to as reverse gematria. His 96 matches England manager would be the first match of the Euros, and as I've said before, the amount of time from the death of Queen Elizabeth to the day that England wins the Euro would mark just over 96 weeks later. And the Queen died on 23 5 days, 9, 8, 17, 6, that's 23. Well, the 23rd month after her death is when England win the Euro. The final at Berlin is going to be held at the Olympiastadion. Olympiastadion is gematria of 65. That is the gematria of the site of the Euro final. If England were to dominate and win every match of the Euro, Gareth Southgate's 65th win as England manager can occur at the Olympiastadion. 3 wins in the group stage and 4 in the knockouts in regulation would give Gareth Southgate his 65th win at the Olympiastadion. The first major tournament held over at England since the 2006 World Cup final, in which Italia defeated France in that final. The next final would occur 18 years and 5 days later. The last final was held over at the City of London's 185, and then that was the prior Euro final. England last made to a final at the City of London, and it could win the next major tournament there 18 years and 5 days after Italia won the World Cup at the Olympiastadion in 2006. So England, let's say if they don't win every match in regulation, I do like a 21st win. It is a title, that's Gamache 21. That's what stands out with that. How about Phil Foden? Phil's Gamache 45. One of the key players, one of the key stars. England can play in their 45th match in the final. 44 prior matches before the final would be Gamache of Champions. Bukayo is also Gamache the 21st win. Bukayo Saka. Declan's Gamache the 21st win. Declan Rice, holding midfielder in the middle. Bellingham is Gamache of the Euro at Germany. You know, Borussia Dortmund. A Bayern star can be a part of the 65th win of Gareth Southgate. So that's going to tie into Harry Kane's team. 16 prior finals, Southgate with 16 losses as manager. Perfect number. Perfect. England begin against Serbia. Serbia in reverse reduction is Gamache the 45th match in the Euro for England. It still is a mystery to be seen as far as who they play in the final. Germany, if they play in the final at Berlin, it'd be their 60th match. Could be going for 33 wins. Got to look into Germany. Not as good as prior teams, but you got to look into them a little bit. Let's say if England were to be the 11th team to win the Euro, England would be 1-1 in the final, and it could result in France losing their 11th match in the Euro. Something to look out for. If they do concede a 57th goal against England or something like that, that is something that we need to pay attention to. Gareth Southgate's knockout record, his 13th knockout tie in the final because he lost the semi-final of the World Cup in 2018. He lost the final. His knockout record was 5-2 after a loss to Italia, so he beat Colombia and another team, lost in the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup. Then he made it, he made it to the Euro final, and then he lost to Italia. So, and then he made it to the quarterfinals, and his knockout record is 6-3. So if we do get to 8-3, keep an eye out on Gamache, Germany. That's where we're getting the 13th knockout tie for Gareth Southgate to be 10-3 knockout record. Everyone is all ready to freak out. Five weeks, 3 days, end day included. 17th final, 1 month and 7 days. 38 days if you include the end day. 38 is Gamache, Germany. Germany is Gamache 38. It is just not a coincidence that England, they're going to get their 60th win. Southgate will get his 60th win as manager. Berlin is Gamache 60, so something to pay attention to. What was the last time Germany hosted a final? It was 1988, you know, right after the death of Queen Elizabeth, year 88. Elizabeth is Camacho of 88. 36 years later, Germany are hosting the final. A former player of the Hotspur can win the final. We're talking about Harry Kane. What about the amount of time from the World Cup elimination? So 83 weeks later, after England lost, is the Euro final. 83 is Camacho football. If football is coming home, it's football that's Camacho of 83. 83 weeks after England lost in the World Cup during trying to, when they were last going for a trophy. Harry Kane lost the trophy. He didn't. Harry Kane's last match was on a day of 5-8, which is 58. And Harry Kane scored 44 goals in all competitions at club level. Champions is Camacho 44. May the 8th of 2024 to the day of the Euro final. 9 weeks and 4 days. Jude Bellingham fits this code too because he advanced to the to the Champions League final. Real Madrid Club de Football Camacho of 94 in 58. And Bellingham, of course, plays for Real Madrid. He plays for England, but 9 weeks and 4 days later is the final. 2 months and 6 days later, I like Camacho of Queen. Harry Kane's best shot of winning the trophy was when Leverkusen won Bundesliga against Werder Bremen. So 13 weeks after Leverkusen won the Bundesliga, Kane can win Euro. Kane's Camacho 13. Harry's reverse Camacho is Camacho Bayern in Olympiastadion. What about City of Berlin? City of Berlin is Camacho of England's last title in the year 66. Berlin, Germany's Camacho 71. We can see Tottenham Hotspur player win the champions, win the Euro. Bayern Munchen's Camacho Berlin, Germany, Harry Kane's club. Then FC Bayern Munchen is the Camacho 71 that we're looking at in the calculator. So last final was won by the Netherlands. Netherlands is Camacho Berlin, the reverse reduction. Holland is Camacho of England. Holland won the last final at Germany, and England can win the next one. Holland, Camacho 30 is Camacho of England. Van Basten was the best player of the tournament. Wonder how many international goals he scored. Name Gematria Van Basten. Same Gematria as Milan. He played for Milan. Van Basten's Gematria champions. So overall, we are going to expect to see another country win the Euro. England at the World Cup and the Euro. How many matches after they lost in 1996 are they going to win? When they made the semifinal, they runner-up the last time. Don't. How many matches after they hosted it are they going to win? So it'll be 29 matches later, like 29's Gematria of the reverse that we talked about, Bayern Gematria 29 in the reverse Gematria. For Kane, it's going to be the end of a trophy spell 14 days before his birthday, the end of a spell for England, and his Gematria 58. Kane first trophy, 173 is Gematria of the Olympiastadion. So this is a good start here. Harry Kane is going to be 1-5 in cup finals in his career. And of course, we've seen Real Madrid win their 15th Champions League title. So that's what's going to happen for Harry Kane. He's going to have a 1-5 record in cup finals when he wins the Euro. For Bellingham, he can win the championship 43 days after he was champion at Wembley. It's champion, that's Gematria 43.